Sometimes life feels like you are running, but you don't know where. You wake up with the best intentions. You make lists. You set goals. You tell yourself that today will be different. But by evening, you find yourself exactly where you started. Tired, unclear, and wondering why nothing seems to move forward despite all the effort. That was me. For a long time, I had ambition, I had energy. What I didn't have was direction. I would start something with full excitement and abandon it 2 weeks later. I would plan big and execute small. I would tell myself I needed more time, more resources, more clarity before I could truly begin. But the clarity never came because I was waiting for it instead of creating it. Then one quiet night, I came across an old text on samurai strategy, and one line stopped me completely. A warrior without a clear path does not lack strength. He lacks a center. That sentence changed how I saw everything. The samurai did not plan the way we do today. They did not write long lists of goals or chase dozens of ambitions at once. Before any mission, before any decision, they followed a practice called Meiso no Michi, the way of clear seeing. It had 3 stages. First, stillness. Before acting, the samurai would sit in silence, not to relax, but to separate emotion from intention, to ask, am I moving from fear or from purpose? Second, one question. They would ask themselves a single thing. What is the most important thing I can do right now that will matter 1 year from today? Not 10 things. 1. Because a warrior who chases everything defends nothing. Third, a simple structure. Once the direction was clear, they built a plan with only 3 parts. Where am I now? Where must I go? What is the very next step? Nothing more. Because simplicity creates movement. Complexity creates paralysis. When I applied this to my own life, the change was not dramatic. It was quiet, almost uncomfortable, because suddenly I had no excuses left. I sat in stillness for 5 minutes each morning. I asked myself that one honest question, and I wrote down 3 things only: my current reality, my direction, and my next single step. I stopped planning for the version of myself I wished I was. I started planning for the person I actually was, with the time I actually had. Within weeks, things I had postponed for months began to move. Not because I had more hours in the day, but because I finally knew which hours mattered. The samurai understood something we have forgotten in the age of constant noise. A plan is not a list of things to do. A plan is a promise to yourself about what truly matters. And every time you add something to your life that does not serve that promise, you are not being productive. You are betraying your own direction. The warrior's power did not come from doing more. It came from doing less, but with complete presence and full commitment. Here is how to bring this into your life today. Begin with 5 minutes of silence each morning. No phone, no noise, just one question. What is the one thing I must move forward today? Write a 3-part plan. Your honest starting point, your clear direction, your very next step. Remove one thing from your life this week that is taking your time but not serving your path. Just one. Simplicity is not laziness. It is the discipline of the warrior. Return to your plan every evening for just 2 minutes. Not to judge yourself, but to recommit. And remember, the goal is not a perfect plan. The goal is a plan you actually follow. You do not need more goals. You need one direction, followed with calm, consistent, daily commitment. The samurai did not wait for the perfect moment to find clarity. They created clarity by choosing a direction and walking it, even when the path was uncertain. Your life does not need to feel scattered forever. It just needs a center. If you are ready to find yours, write in the comments, I choose my path with clarity. Thank you for being here.